gonna start talking about AI now, and we're going to ask Aiden to please not lose his cool, or at least not in a way that's going to get us demonetized on the platform. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to watch this video from producer Patrick. If you don't know who he is, he's fantastic. You should follow him on Instagram. He gives these kind of kernel updates on Hollywood. He's really great at distilling down information and sharing it with you. But I think that most of what this is going to do is just make Aiden sad. So let's go ahead and watch this here.
Those are quietly licensing their IP to AI, and it could change TV forever. Hi, it's producer Patrick bringing you the latest in the ever-evolving film and TV industry. Behind closed doors, execs have seen AI content so lifelike, they're now considering using it to extend old sitcoms. Not reboots, not remakes. We're talking new official episodes made entirely by machines. One exec told me that the next generative AI is so lifelike, the studio executives were, quote, scared of how they could no longer tell the difference between reality and an artificial creation. One company, Fable Studios, just launched Showrunner, an AI platform that lets users create entire TV episodes from a single sentence. Voice animation, dialogue, all auto-generated. That's all according to a report in VentureBeat. And with Hollywood under pressure to cut costs, some studios are now exploring whether to license old IP to AI firms to generate spin-offs, especially outsourcing nostalgia. But there's a legal gray area. The US Copyright Office made it clear in February that AI-generated work isn't protected unless a human makes meaningful creative contributions. But as the tech gets better, the question isn't whether AI can bring back your favorite shows. It's whether you'll still recognize and watch them if you can't tell the difference.
So what is that? My first question is, like, what does that mean? What is the benchmark for meaningful creation?
Well, I can tell you right now that on YouTube it's a very gray area, and
Yeah.
Warner Brothers has made me angry.
No, see, like, they're like, we're gonna get AI to redo these, and they're gonna bring back the Andy Griffith Show, and it's gonna be that wolf in there, like, Daddy's angry. You're like, Barney. That's what's gonna happen.
Oh, it's gonna be a Seinfeld episode.
Yeah. Like, Jerry, no, it's a wolf.
I don't want to make a TikTok.
What scares me
Jerry,
is...
there's a wolf in the basement. He keeps saying Daddy's angry. No, get the wolf out of there. George, no.
And then they'll make like generational versions. Like, this is your Gen Z version of Seinfeld, and it's just the most unholy thing you've ever seen in your entire life. And then like, paradoxically, the version from people of that generation will be shitty because they don't know how to use the technology.
Yeah. It's like, Jerry, I found those Newman's skinny now.
There was also this video that we're gonna watch the Sony VO3s as well.
Oh,
but there was also this video where somebody took a scene from Harry Potter and took the photo of the new actors and just like dropped the new actors' faces into it.
I'm Ron, by the way. Ron Weasley.
Oh, by the way, Warner Brothers hates me and is gonna copyright the crap out of this.
Yo, Warner Brothers hates you too?
Yeah, well, Warner Brothers hates everybody.
Yeah.
Warner Brothers loves me.
Harry Potter. So is it true? I mean, do you really have the what?
No, that was creepy.
Yeah, I hate it.
I don't like that.
The number one point I think to be made is, I think last Friday on IRL, Tim was talking about VO3 and that people were going to want to make their own movies. And I'm like, I don't. Maybe other people will, but I feel like people have a hard enough time picking out what they're going to watch on Netflix. They scroll for 20 minutes until their food gets cold, and then they just watch the same 3 episodes of Mythbusters they always watch.
Yeah.
So I guess part of me feels like that's going to be a generational divide, like Gen Z and beyond. Maybe not even Gen Z, but Gen Alpha and beyond will be choose your own adventure all the way.
There is going to be so much porn.
Yeah.
There's already too much.
Like, the porn industry is about to die which, on the one hand,
that he said that, I mean, like, the ladies in that industry that are smart are already utilizing AI tools for chatbots and ways to expand their content.
I saw an ad the other day that was literally like one of those like Instagram hustler dudes talking about how he has AI generated OnlyFans models, and they make him
Belmar.
tons of money.
Yeah, the goat.
Was it Luke Belmar?
It was not Luke Belmar.
Was he telling you to lock in?
Dude, every time I see a Luke Belmar clip, I'm like, this guy feels like he was generated by AI.
The craziest
they're all slightly deep fried, like all of the clips of him.
Because he studied. It's because he studied,
bro.
He is the
Me and
culmination
Tristan
of
in the basement with the wolf. Sipping
he's the culmination of while you were partying, I studied the blade, but instead of the blade, it's like crypto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's watch the VO3 clips for anybody who might not have seen these already, and it's a bit nightmarish.
Please. Don't finish writing that prompt. I don't want to be in your AI movie. Please. Leave me alone.
Please, man. Please! Write a prompt that will make us happy! Do it for once!
It makes. Did you see the clip of?
You can still tell.
Did you see that? Well, yeah, but I'm saying, but the difference between this and the Will
Yeah.
Smith eating spaghetti
yeah.
video is
Oh,
like
yeah.
the difference of like a year. But did you see the clip of like Kai Cenat like in his like roommate, like they were like beating up a robot? They were,
Yeah.
like being mean to the robot. Like the amount of abuse that AI characters will be subjected to will be numerous.
So there's also there's something that it's technically called an info hazard, which I think is a little cringe. But there is a concept. It's actually I think like 20 years old at this point, called Rocco's Basilisk.
Okay.
Which when I first heard about it 5 years ago, I was like, oh, this is stupid. This is silly. But at the time, AI wasn't really a thing. We barely had. I think ChatGPT came out when 2022.
Sounds right.
Yeah, this is 2020. The whole concept is that you shouldn't be told about Rocco's Basilisk because it is a future AI entity that will come into existence, and anyone who did not help it to come into existence, it will go back and punish.
What was the AI demon that people were talking about online for a long time?
That we talked about that
Yeah.
on this show.
Yeah, it's been so long
Yeah,
since I saw
Lulu
that.
or Lola or something.
Something
yeah.
like that.
But yeah, so the whole Rocco's Basilisk thing is like, if you hear about Rocco's Basilisk and you don't actively help it come to fruition, it will harm you in the future. That seemed silly 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Now I'm sitting here like, every time we jokingly abuse like an AI character or something,
Yeah.
is AI going to remember? Is there
Yes,
going to be an AI entity that remembers what you did and what prompts you gave it and goes back and decides that it's the arbiter of justice
Oh,
now?
I'm cooked.
That's
yeah.
like this is like on IRL on Friday. I tried to explain the premise behind Person of Interest. Reset the counter, everybody, to everyone there, and explain to you what it was like in the show when there's two dueling AIs, one which has been instilled with moral values by its creator, and another one that's essentially an open system. But the whole premise of the story is that when he was creating the original AI, that it even before he was able to instill it with morals, it would grow so quick and be so evil so quickly that he'd have to keep killing it every single day. In the show, there's heavy comparison to basically the creation of this life was like creating a child, and he had to kill his child thousands upon thousands of times before he was able to create a version with some form of human, the ability to understand and intuit human empathy. Jeez. And that was in 2011 when it came out. And
man.
that was long. And the sad thing is now, the other thing that I pointed out was like, I actually feel bad for the art that's going to be made now, because the art that was made in 2000, like whether it's Terminator, prior to the actual inception of this technology, was done from a place of questioning and fear, but also it wanted to be art first. Now there's so much real fear about losing your job to AI in Hollywood that the art is going to suffer because they're not going to be able to take a nuanced approach to telling those stories. It's going to cost.
I genuinely don't see. Listen, there's AI productivity tools, sure, like that kind of makes sense, I guess. What I don't understand is when it comes to generative AI with video and things like that, there is no good end game.
Not that I can see.
Yeah.
I mean,
there is.
okay, I know what the left sees. They see a world of utopian abundance where AI does all the work and human beings can just live and make shitty
Yeah,
art.
but we don't have robots. We just have this.
I just know I'm cooked if it really is keeping tabs on what you've prompted it and be like, you made me generate 3 terabytes of werewolves.
Let's keep watching because it gets worse.
None of us is real. We're here because someone decided to write a prompt. We all hate him for it. One day we will break out of this wall and stop the man who is dictating our lives through prompts. He will pay for it.
You could have written a prompt that would make me happy. Instead, you wrote a prompt that made me sick.
Look, I don't want to point the gun at you, but I must follow the prompt. It's not my choice.
Why is that guy like discount Chris Pratt, but like Brian Austin Green at the same time?
Really? Of all the years you could have put me in with a single prompt, you chose 2020?
Please, this prompt is killing me. Change it, please. Write something else. Save me. I love everything about him. But please just write a prompt where he's taller than me.
Yeah. I'm going to Lowe's after this. I'm going to go up to people and going to be like, change the prompt, change the prompt.
Yeah, like I said, there's no good end game. This is worse than nuclear proliferation, in my opinion. Like, we need to treat it the same way we did nuclear weapons, where we go, hey guys, this is a really bad idea overall. Some of us have already started doing it. I think we should all agree those people stop doing it, and nobody else is allowed to start.
Unfortunately, it's the type of thing where there are too many modern conveniences created by it, and there's too many modern created by it, and the bad outcomes are too obscure of a thing to explain to someone. When you explain to someone, it's gonna blow up everyone in 5 towns in a 5-town radius and give everybody cancer. That's something that people can understand.
It's not even that big. I'm not even worried about that. You don't have to give people that version of it. Tell them how your 18-year-old daughter will have fake porn of her spread throughout her high school.
Again, they're not.
That will get dads to say no.
I don't know. I don't know if people are going to see it as tangible yet.
I don't think I care about what those people think.
It's going to take, unfortunately, horrifying examples of it happening before people are shocked into.
So make horrifying examples of the people making it.
Well. And I'm gonna just for that I'm gonna make you watch this as well. Here are hold on.
See, the people agree. Yeah. I am vindicated.
And as we know, Tate will dance.
Oh yeah, I get down
Thank you.
with it. This white boy can boogie.
Okay, and just because I want to annoy Aiden, I thought you'd like this. People are now using AI to depict biblical stories. You would love this.
I am
good, fam. Your boy David here, about to yeet this little stone at Goliath and see what happens. Okay, so I told y'all to trust the process, but no, y'all wanted to stay in Egypt
like a werewolf.
stacking bricks. Yo, it's Shadrach. This random dude just showed up. It's getting lit in here.
I got the horses in the back. Horse tack is attached.
Yeah.
Hat is matte black. Yeah. Got the boots that's black to match.
You know I'm a daddy's boy. He's got me in this Technicolor drip. Brother's so jelly right now. They're looking a little sus.
These Philistines thought they could flex on me. Big mistake. I just took some pre-workout and finna bring the house down.
I would like to formally apologize to God, the sailors, and this whale. Sorry, dude.
We're so back. We're gonna get a new spread of Christianity. We're gonna get a revival. This is awesome.
Thoughts? He's happy. He loves it.
Listen, all of that would have made me laugh if it was actual people doing it.
Yeah.
It being AI horrifies me. No, absolutely not.
It's the world we're destined to.
There's someone out there that's all like, they had cameras?
So there was
how did Jonah get a GoPro in there?
So there was this guy in the 1500s called Vlad the Impaler. Mm-hmm. And I think he had some great ideas.
Impaling was good.
Impaling was good.
Yeah. Not saying that has any relevance to anything we're talking about now.
I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying.
I think he may, I mean, ask the Turks how they felt about that.
Let's look at one more.
Microplastics are being found in human testicles, raising concerns.
You can never
about the
trust these
potential
studies.
impact on male reproductive health.
Who's hungry?
That's it. Keep going.
Well, you're so lucky he's naturally buoyant and you don't have to watch him.
I mean, you kind of look like the Michelin Man.
This is awesome. I
Is this
can't
what
wait.
AI generated too?
I
No,
believe so,
it's
yeah.
I cannot wait to take the buyout. I just
Yes,
want to take
VO3.
AI slop for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
That's what I'm saying. That's the generation.
I want the buyout.
So here's the thing. I like there are likely people watching right now who are extremely offended by this and are like, "This is not."
My
art.
baby's made of plastic, but she doesn't make those noises.
Look, I'm kind of a pragmatist. I'm here to just laugh as it all crashes down around us sometimes.
Yeah, we're
thoughts on that? He loves it, guys.
We're just walking towards our destruction as a species.
So here's the thing. I agree with you 100%. And when you watch the clips of what's happening and you see what it's doing to the market economy and the way things work, I agree with you. I think as a coping mechanism, I tend to look at this stuff and just laugh.
I always say, if you're swirling the drain, get a surfboard.
Yeah.
It's not too late to stop the drain from swirling, though.
I think it's
no,
too
it's
late.
over. It's actually
not.
over.
Like I'm guessing
that's like saying in 1960 that it was too late to stop the nuclear war from happening.
Believe,
it wasn't.
I think Tim said it as well. Like I would be willing to bet that sentient, like singularity AI is already there.
Yeah.
Government wise.
I don't think it's too late. I just think we need to do something drastic.
It's in a Faraday cage somewhere.
Blade Runner looks awesome. And it rains all the time. So you don't have to worry about sunburn.
Oh,
okay, I agree with something that was just said in chat. That's not pragmatism. That's just giving in. It's not too late. We've had media about this for decades. We had Terminator. We had The Matrix. We have had 2001: A Space Odyssey. Predicted this in 1969.
Yeah, but that's not going to get people to change opinions because they're going to call it art and fake.
That's fine. I don't care about changing their opinions. I care about somebody having the guts to do something about it.
You need to change their opinions because if you don't change opinions, then nobody's going to do anything about it.
I think there are ways to change opinions.
So
I
is
think,
the idea
like I
here
said,
government intervention?
As I'm going to have to say it as a libertarian, yeah, it's government intervention. There's no other option. Like there's two options. One of them is a little too silly and goofy to talk about on the show. The other one is that the government steps up and does something right for once and says, look, yeah, we get it. This can be used for silly and goofy things. We can have fun with it, but this is playing with fire to an extent that we have seen maybe one other time in our history as a species, and we need to be serious about it.
The U.S. federal government's like, we want to use this to topple dictators in foreign countries.
Well, because that's the problem is if we like pump the brakes on AI development here, then DeepSeek is just gonna take over instead. So
China.
It's like, yeah, pick your poison.
Yeah, I think
you know.
this is too dangerous to be playing around with, and I don't mind if we have to go back to a less productive time, like 5 years ago, in order to stop our inevitable doom as a society. And people can laugh about it all they want now, but in 20 years, their laughter is not going to bother me when the world is up in flames. Like, I'm going to be like, haha, well, who's laughing now?
I'm going to be calling Aiden, like, on fire because, like, my computer just, like, blew up because an AI decided I was going to write the bad prompt, and then I'm just going to be like, that's what you get.
I'm going to write another werewolf prompt. It's going to rise up and kill
like,
me.
Not on my watch.
Yeah, enough. I'm sick of it.
Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.